Hey YouTube, Rando here. This is going to be my VR for Frugal Prepper Tom. He's doing his 5,000 sub giveaway. I'm going to leave a link below to his channel. I'm sure most of you are already subbed up, but if you're not, go check him out. Like what you see, sub up to him. He's kind of a do-it-yourself prepper. Awesome dude, you know. Does a lot of gardening, stuff like that. Same kind of videos I do, so if you enjoy my videos, you'll enjoy his. But he does a lot of technical videos as well, where you can actually learn stuff, whereas mine is just showing you trial and error. I've already done this video once. I did a toolbox tour for the guy because he's mentioned it before, and in that video I came out kind of sounding like a tool snob, and I don't want anybody to think I'm some kind of tool snob. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my little EDC toolkit that gets thrown in my truck with me. It goes to the range with me. Pretty much everywhere with me. Right now it has some things in it don't always have in it, like the hammer. I just happened to come across it and threw it down in there. I already keep a heavy duty ball peen hammer in my truck for beating on wrenches, you know. By the way, he's giving away an awesome impact, and that's what I was talking about in my first video, was impacts. And you know, I made the comment that I've always been exclusive with Ingersoll Rand, which I have been. I've always used Ingersoll Rand. It was what was recommended to me. But the problem with them is I have a Thunder gun. That was my first impact. It's like somewhere around 500 foot-pounds. My second one was a titanium, you know, the big boy 1,000 foot-pound impact. It's a kick-ass impact, by the way. But the problem with both of them are they're half-inch impacts. They're huge. They're hard to get anywhere. And an Ingersoll Rand 3/8 air ratchet, it's like 90 foot-pounds of torque. You're not doing a whole lot of breaking down with it. And I was checking out the impacts that he's doing a giveaway with, and I think you get to choose one, and they're real short and stubby, and they put out a lot of foot-pounds of torque. So that just I thought that was kind of cool. Just gonna throw that in there. But in the video I was talking about how a guy had made a comment one time about how Craftsman is as good as Snap-on, and it just made me laugh. I use Craftsman, I use Snap-on, I use both. By the way, there's the ball peen hammer. That is a mechanics. You pair that with a good set of wrenches. That is a mechanics off-grid impact right there, buddy. That's kind of a small one. That would be like your 3/8 air ratchet. I got some big ones that'll be like my half-inch impact. When you can't get an impact in there, but you can get a wrench on it, and you can't get a cheater pipe on the wrench, ball peen hammer, buddy. And if you don't believe me, just go take like some flywheel bolts out, and there you go. You're gonna need a hammer and some wrenches for that. So this is my little EDC pack, and a lot of you will notice most of the tools I carry are the same ones I carried in the little workout pouch that I used to have, that I used as a tool pouch. And I just didn't like that. I had to, like, if I wanted the saw handle, I had to pull it out and go to the bottom of the bag, pull everything out of it to be able to get to it. So I bought this little roll pouch for like $8 on eBay. It was dirt cheap. Sorry. So you can see there's my saw handle. That's for the magic saw. We got a little bit of cordage down in here, some bank line, some 325 paracord, and then some 550 paracord. I actually used most of that red on a dog leash. I had to make up for Taco when he snapped the leather one. Here's the cutting tools, the glass cutting tools for the magic saw, Gerber shard, a couple of pencils with some electrical tape wrapped around it, a little bit of duct tape, small file, can opener, and then that's a paracord needle. I keep that in here as well. That's my files. I just keep a little file set in there. It's good for like when I'm cleaning the tips on the cutting torches or something like that. Comes in handy. Needle nose vice grips, pair of pliers. This is a little stubby screwdriver with a bunch of different Torx bits in there. That's good for the Torx bits. I got another one in here as well, but the bigger ones. And then I've got the real big ones. This is all of them in here. This is the Nebo Multi-Tool. I like this thing. I've had it for years. You can see it's kind of messed up now. I had to lock it in place because the locking mechanism came out, but it's fine. It still works. That's the GSG 522 gun tool. This is Crazy Glue, Uncle Henry's Schrade, little just old school double folder. Got a air tire pressure gauge. This is the little Cobalt screwdriver set that I've showed in previous videos. I just bought a brand new one. I need to throw it down in here and retire this one for a while. Just use it as spares. Usually I have a 10mm in here too. I don't know where it's at. I have an 8, 9, and 10mm wrench down in here. Believe it or not, a lot of them are for battery posts. Then I've got the Nebo Multi-Tool. This is actually a, believe it or not, it's for RC cars. It's made for like glow plugs. It's a glow plug wrench is what they call it, and then that's for your lugs and whatnot. But it has a 5.5mm wrench on it, so I keep it in there for that 5.5. And then this is just full of all my different, I'll never be able to get that back in there. Let me pull it over a little bit. This is just full of all my different Allen wrenches for my scopes and different gun mounts, my flashlight rail mount. All of them go down in here. And then I also have the, well, I think I have another one right here somewhere. Not in sight. The little HP gun tools down in here as well. Some shot cord, some more cordage. This is going to be a lighter more than likely, yeah. WD-40. This is a mini screwdriver for my glasses. And then I keep the, oh hell, what's it called? The Case Sod Buster Jr. down in here as well. So I've got 2 backup blades down in here, and then I've also got my razor blades down in here. That's why this knife won't go any further. And then I have my little razor knife right here for like a box cutter or something. Sometimes when we get parts in or something, I have to cut up boxes, and I use that as my box cutter. And then there's the arm for my magic saw handle that I showed, and I've got 2 hacksaw blades down in here. This is a Phillips head screwdriver. I just like to have a full-size Phillips head all the time. And that Nebo screwdriver is not very comfortable to use. This one's comfortable to use, so I keep it in here. This is SK. They make a damn fine tool, by the way. That's what I use. So that just shows you I'm really not a tool snob. For years I used Craftsman for about a year when I first started. And I was constantly returning tools. And that's the point I was trying to make in the other video was if you use Craftsman for home improvement, it's called Craftsman Home Improvement. That's what it's for. If you use it as professional, you know, auto technician tools, they go out often. You're constantly going and trading in tools. And actually, I got turned around by the customer service the last time I went in with it at Sears, at our local Sears anyways, and he told me that he was going to have to void the warranty on my tools because I was coming in so often. He knew I was using them as a mechanic, and my boss told me don't ever tell them you're an auto technician or they'll void your warranty because it's not made for. He told me, you know, if you want professional tools, go buy Craftsman Pro. And I went and checked out the price on Craftsman Pro, and it ain't much cheaper than like SK or like Mac. And we already had a Snap-on guy, so I started using Snap-on, and I never turned back until I switched over to SK. I've never went back to using like Stanley and Craftsman on a professional level. I would never do that. You know, you need a good tool. Cornwell's a good tool. Williams, Mac, SK, Snap-on and Blue Point, way overpriced. I'm going to be honest with you. You can pay, you know, a third less and go with SK and get just as tough a tool. And if you want to get technical, SK used to make all of Snap-on's impact sockets. So if you have an older impact socket, it's not actually made by Snap-on, it's made by SK and just has Snap-on on it. So, you know, that just goes to show you. SK is a tough tool. I like them. They make damn fine tools. But I just wanted to show my little EDC pouch. On the end here, we just have zip ties, and then I think there's something else in here. Yeah, my air chuck. Anyways, it's to go with the tire pressure gauge. So this is just my little toolkit. This is what I throw around. Usually, like I said, the hammer's not in there, but all this other stuff is, and I, you know, take it around with me. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you could just buy a really good multi-tool and take over most of these tools, but I just don't like it. I own quite a few different multi-tools that I've showed here, And there's something about a full-size tool and a multi-tool, it just don't match up. You know what I mean? These ratchet wrenches have saved my behind more than once when I was working on something. And I've said ass like 6 times in this video, so don't ask me why I turned around and said behind the very last time. Sorry about that. I guess when I get to talking about something that's, you know, something I use every day and it's part of me, and that's what this kit is. I carry it every day. I always have this kit on me. It's always in my truck. It's always in my on my desk. It's always on my desk at home. So it's always, you know, always with me. This thing stays with me. And when you get to talking about something like that, you get to acting more like yourself. So I apologize. I'm an old grease monkey. We cuss a lot. And yeah, I know I say mechanic a lot. A lot of auto technicians will correct you and say I'm not a mechanic, I'm an auto technician, or I'm a such and such, or I'm a special. No, I'm a mechanic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video now. Tom, awesome that you're up to 5,000 subs. That's just an awesome deal. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.